got disconnected.
Hey! How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Tales of Misadventure. We play one-shot and short-form style tabletop games of all types. If you would like to check out our other shenanigans, head on over to Tales of Initiative's YouTube page and take a look at the misadventures we've uploaded there. There's quite a few at this point, and they're all pretty dope if I do say so myself. Before we get too far, Ruben, I think you have something to say.
Oh, Ruben, that's a me.
That's a you.
Yes, I do. This misadventure is sponsored by our very own Matt Best and his D20 Gaming. He actually crafted the Court of Seasons adventure that we're playing through and that we're using for this story. There's much more of it, but unfortunately we don't have the time to show you, so go check it out. We'll be giving away a free copy of Court of Seasons during today's stream, so stay tuned, catch the keyword, and enter the giveaway. And also, if you have a second, check out his DM's Guild website that you should see in the chat right now. And yeah, go peruse all the other adventures and content that he's published. We definitely love showing our love for, creators large and small. So on with the show.
We love it. If you're interested in sponsoring a episode of Tales of Initiative at large, feel free to contact us. We always love getting to toss out some creators, All right. So this is part 2 and the finale of our Court of Seasons story. It is run on D&D 5e, and this episode will feature a few things you might not find in the book, because we have to leave some mystery for you guys to run your own sessions. I don't want to spoil everything, okay? I can't spoil everything. And a general, I don't want to. Like, it's all so good. It's honestly all of Matt's adventures read like novels, honestly, like that I could honestly just go in and read them for funsies. This is the second one that I've been part of playing in too, which is dope. General disclaimer. We are all far from perfect. I hate to break it to all of you. So
and maybe you are.
So we may not make decisions or use the same rules as everyone else, but that's okay. We err on the side of having fun and going with whatever works at our table, which is kind of what everybody should do. Just do whatever works for your table. If we're ready to begin, would Madeline like to introduce herself?
Okay.
And who she is playing?
Hello, I'm Madeline. I am playing Kiva. Kiva is a Minotaur druid, Circle of Dreams, and she looks like this Highland cow, half kind of humanoid, half Highland cow. Is this me fulfilling my dream of being a cow? Maybe. I just love them. Yes, is there anything else you need, Raz?
Nope. I mean, honestly, the fact that she's just a beautiful cow person is beautiful. Sean.
Whoa. Oh, am I introducing myself again?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Sorry.
No, you're good.
It's been a weird day. Hi, I'm Sean.
This is Sean.
I am playing as Floof, the Destroyer of Worlds, the mastermind rogue, who is absolutely the most evil little gremlin you've ever met. 100%. Definitely. We promise.
Mm-hmm. He's also cute and fluffy.
Baby.
Danny.
Hi, my name is Danny. I'm going to be playing Beatrice Euphemia Victoria Josephine Van Usage the 13th, a half-elf noble and eloquence bard.
Is she musical? Yes. Is she gay?
Very much so, yes.
I love it.
Happy Lesbian Day of Visibility.
Yes! Happy
Hey.
Lesbian Day of Visibility! Oh my fucking god, like...
Wait.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be Happy Day of Lesbian Visibility?
No, happy lesbian day of visibility, okay? Like,
Happy
Okay.
birthday to all lesbians, Madeline.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all lesbians. I didn't get it right.
be the gayest you can be. And go out of your way to like support some queer content creators, like if you can, you know, like it's a good idea. Ruben.
Hi, I am Ruben. I am playing Victor Valence, Vic V for short. I am a weeby kind of person. I am a samurai warlock, half tiefling human. And I work as kind of the de facto bodyguard of Floof the Destroyer.
It's a great relationship. It worked
It's
out really
great.
well last episode. Go check it out.
It did.
Um, I think that's all of our introductions and announcements for today. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll the intro. Okay. Last time, our adventurers approached the Grand Temple, where the Wheel of Seasons is kept by a kind, stately, if befuddled, older half-elf named Tempest. He charged the group with traveling into Vare's demi-plane. She is the Archfey of Spring. And to convince her to come back and kind of like take up the mantle again to make the Wheel of Seasons behave correctly. This was the first of 4 Archfey who need a solid talking to about coming back to take up this mantle. And on their entry into Spring's demi-plane, everything seemed pretty peaceful, quiet, and pleasant. Great vacation destination. Who would ever want to leave? However, there was a giant plant monster concocted by a amateur magical gardener. And that like kind of ruined the peaceful vibe. The group did make quick work of him, and they met the keeper of Vare's demi-plane, who is Spring Tempest. Spring Tempest offered them some information on Lady Vare, and told them they'd need to go and search her out. So we zoom back in on our adventurers, who are all kind of standing around this beautiful open plain. The like bees are buzzing. It's pretty peaceful now that there's not a large viney creature trying to kill you. What are we doing? How we going?
I don't know. Just kind of like we kind of like take in this landscape, or at least I do, and he's kind of pointed us in the general direction of the castle hut changing place. um so I just looked at everybody else, let everybody get their bearings. Especially Floof, who spent the better part of the last 30 seconds stiff as a board. um and just taking the scenery.
Beautiful.
Everybody catch up.
Take a breath.
As I was going to say, before I was very rudely paralyzed, another foe defeated at the hands of Floof, the destroyer of worlds.
I'm small.
Love him.
So cute.
Floof is
I
I
love
forgot to
Floof.
mention this. Floof is a 2-foot tall owlin, like barn owl owlin.
Yes.
That's
Baby.
perfect.
The least threatening, like most plushy creature looking owl person you've ever.
Amazing.
Love
He's
him.
got pointy daggers, though. It's kind of scary.
Just covered in them. Just covered.
Lady Musicae, what are you doing?
I am prestidigitationing muck off me to make sure I am clean. I am hating nature right now, but quietly to myself, and following where we were pointed to.
Beatrice
Yes.
is going to report this place to the HOA.
Oh no.
You already met the
Quiet
HOA.
monsters. It was the HOA's fault. I need to talk to a manager.
Yeah.
Yes, Spring Tempest did point a finger kind of towards a copse of trees, where the beautiful rolling plains kind of end and the trees get a little thicker. So, is that where you're heading? Did you want to get any more information out of him? Just asking.
I think we got the information last time.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
I am a genius, and as such, I physically cannot fail at this task. So, I am ready to go.
Let's go then.
Let's go! So, you head off towards the beautiful, verdant landscape of trees, and kind of walk in, and it definitely, like, it gets darker. But in the real world, dark forests are scary. In this beautiful, like, fey demi-plane, it's kind of forever a breezy morning, and there's beautiful pieces of light filtering through the trees, and it kind of just looks like a dream. You're looking around and there's butterflies, there's rabbits, there's like the big fat fluffy bumblebees that are cute with big fuzz and pollen all over them. There's flowers, there's a bunch of weird looking plants. Like, is anybody skilled in nature or survival?
Definitely. No.
Nope.
I am actually.
Nice.
Okay. Will you roll me a check?
Nature?
Yeah, or
I can do
survival,
nature.
whichever one.
I'll do nature. Hey, 19.
There are some really interesting plants that kind of are creeping through bushes, and you can kind of tell that some of them are cultivated. Spring Tempest has clearly come through here, like what is it called? Propagating, like cutting off little pieces and putting them so that there's little gardens of particular plants. And you recognize amongst all of these plants that there's a beautiful purple plant that has white flowers, that you know would, if eaten, you would regain hit points. Like it would heal you.
Oh, okay.
There's some clusters of red berries that are growing on some shorter bushes, and they look like these things called cherry bombs, which, if you throw them, they explode and they deal some fire damage.
That's amazing. Okay, maybe this place isn't so bad. Maybe
There's-
he's not such a bad gardener.
There's also quite a bit of mirror thistle, which, when you glance over it, it looks like whatever other plants you're seeing. Like, it looks like the purple plant, or it looks like the cluster of red berries. But you can kind of like see through it, and it's a prickly bundle of leaves and stems that will literally deal you piercing damage when touched. Like, that would hurt.
Okay.
So you kind of like, there's some useful looking things, but there's also questionable stuff pretending to be useful looking things.
Okay. I will take out like a small knife and get some of that HP plant and the cherry bombs.
So
Like,
go
very
ahead.
carefully.
Roll me. Are you taking some time to do this, or are you like trying to quickly do it?
If everybody's fine with me taking time to do it, then I will.
So you see Beatrice
We've
kind of
been
bending
chasing a
down.
bumblebee.
Love it. Splitting the party. Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Okay. So roll 2d8 for me, and then tell me what is on each of them.
Okie dokie. 2, 8. A 3 and a 3.
Okay. Yeah, you get 3 solid clusters of cherry bombs, which have like 2 on each cluster. So that's a total of 6 cherry bombs. And then you get 3 of the purple plant with the white flowers.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep. You would also notice, as you look up, that the forest kind of narrows. Like there's almost a cinematic darkening of trees and branches and like a little thickening of vines that is directing you to follow a path.
Slightly suspicious.
Also, side note, Floof, please make a dexterity check for me.
Oh boy, let's go. Gonna destroy this bee.
Mm-hmm.
It's a number.
What's your number?
It's a number. 21.
Oh, yeah, no, like, first hop up, you snatch that bee out of the air. He tastes like bee.
Another noble warrior falling to the Dark Lord.
Floof, I have something for you. I'm gonna give Floof 4 cherry bombs.
Ooh.
Let's go.
So, Beatrice gives you these 4 little red berry looking things. Do you explain what they are, or do you just hand Floof a handful of berries?
Oh no,
I'm
I'll
just
explain
curious. I
Yeah,
just
no.
want.
I was gonna say, if you don't, I will eat one immediately
No.
and die.
No, these are bombs. You can throw them. Be careful.
Just
Yeah.
my eyes just like sparkle, like really excitedly, just holding these like bombs in front of me, just like, yes.
Amazing.
I'm gonna need some character art. I need a little owl holding sparkly
bomb.
red bombs in front of
On
his face with big glittery anime eyes.
Right.
Oh, love it.
Incredible.
Okay. So, Beatrice, you see the path kind of narrowing and it's
Oh
kind of
god, I looked at
direction.
my HP again. Oh no.
What do you communicate to the party? What are you gonna do with this information?
Yeah, I'll just say, guys, it looks like there's a path here that we should follow. It might take us to where we need to go. Maybe. Although I would be on guard anyway.
Fair.
Nothing can ever sneak up on me. I'm too powerful.
Right. Floof.
They run in fear rather than sneak up on you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just take like a quick scan around. Like, is that like kind of the only path?
It's not the only path. It's still kind of an open forest situation, as open as unkempt
Like
forest can be.
still like the beginning of like where the forest starts, kind of thing. So it's still kind of the trees are still kind of spread out.
Right, and then kind of what it looks like. Will you go ahead and roll a perception check for me so I can kind of at advantage because it was brought to your attention.
Okay. So that's going to be perception. That's going to be 12.
Those
Okay.
are some peasant numbers.
Yeah.
I'm not a very wise person. I fly by the seat of my pants.
What? A not
God.
wise warlock?
Me too.
Surprise.
Surprise.
So while you could clearly go just about any direction you want to in this forest, it does seem like the forest itself is guiding you in a certain direction.
Oh.
It feels fayish and fucking weird.
That sounds like a good time. So I start marching my way that way. Assuming that since it was pointed out that everybody's behind me.
I feel like everybody's behind you.
Yeah.
I land on V's head.
There we go. Perfect.
I am no longer behind him. I am on top of him.
Well, you've eaten your bee for the day, so you're solid.
Right.
So you're venturing forth, and as time goes, the forest doesn't get more daunting, but it definitely does get more packed in together, as the natural progression of forests are. And then there's a point where you kind of glance back, and the path backwards doesn't look familiar to you. Like there's a clear vined pathway going forwards, but the path backwards just is confusing. Because you've never been there before and there's no clear way to go. And it doesn't wrap around your brain that you probably
Just
could walk
came
in that
from there?
direction. Right. It doesn't quite wrap around your brain. And would everybody go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me?
And do.
What if I
Do I
ask
need
nicely
those-
to just be wise?
Book you.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm teasing, Sean. You're great. I love you.
7.
A crisp 8.
We are not wise.
I have one.
You are not wise. Y'all ain't wise. What you talk about?
I have a +3.
You made
Oh,
me laugh
God.
so hard that my thigh muscle cramped. Sorry. I'm old. What is happening?
I'm allergic to bees.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, no.
Shit. Oh no. Come on. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay.
Take us.
So yeah, no, all of you absolutely confused. Kind of about how you got to where you are. There's no clear exit. You're lost in this forest. There is only the pathway forwards.
Wonderful.
Honestly, that's on Beatrice and Floof to figure out, because I have not turned around and looked behind me. I have just been beelining straight ahead into
God.
this forest.
That's also how I play video games, Ruben.
100% is like, there's nothing behind me. We came from there.
I already looked at all the chests back there. It's fine.
Exactly.
Oh god.
Okay. Is there any big do you want to talk about it? What are we thinking?
I refuse to acknowledge that anything is wrong. Everything is going according to plan. It's fine. I'm on top of V's head, and V is continuing to walk in a straight line forward and has not paused at all. Therefore, I cannot pause at all. I gotta keep up the appearance for my minions.
That's fair. Brave leader. Brave leader.
I also refuse to admit that I am lost. So we're just going to just keep going. And I will say nothing.
We're just gonna all die in the forest. It's fine.
Oh
At least I can fly.
I love it. Something is clearly wrong. I am pretending everything is fine.
Everything's gonna be great.
If I don't look at it, it's okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Just don't
no.
acknowledge it. It can't
That's
hurt you.
Yeah. So y'all go trampling through this forest, with a clear path forward, and then the path forks. There are two paths you could choose.
The right choice is obviously the right choice.
False. Left.
Does it look like it's trying to lead us in one direction or the other?
Make a perception check.
Come on.
Meanwhile,
Hey, 26.
Floof and V are just bickering like left, right, right.
Yeah, Floof and V are like, no, we need to go left. No, we need to go right. No, we need to go left. And Beatrice is looking down both pathways and kind of scrutinizing them, furrowed brow. And there's very little that's different about these two paths. But you kind of think that you might see in the distance of the right path a white bunny that goes bounding off.
Guys, I think we should go this way. And I will head to the right.
I win.
Sorry, Floof.
I will allow it this once.
Love it. You're walking along this path. The vines are getting thicker. Still not scary. But it's definitely closing in a little. And you turn this corner. And there is a beautiful, beautiful Minotaur lady. She has the best long flowing locks of hair. And she is a little tangled up in some vines. Madeline, would you like to describe your character and what she looks like as she is prone, tangled up in some vine?
So she looks very reminiscent of a Highland cow. She's more cow than human, but there are some humanoid elements to her. She's kind of wearing a long, kind of almost impractical, springy looking dress. She has hands up here, but when you look, you see her feet are these big kind of hooves and a long tail that's kind of swishing. That it's not swishing out of anger, but just very slow, almost content. And after she's probably just kind of strung up and just kind of hanging out. She's just weirder things have happened. And, yeah, just content, but people are here. She's like, oh, hello.
Kind of peer up a little bit. Hi. See, right was the right choice because we meet people.
Are you all okay?
That's a great question. Because I am a bit hungry and I'd like to come down so I can eat.
We have some food, so I'll just take out my rapier and start carefully cutting
B,
them down.
like a rapier is a pokey stick. Like we need slashy slash.
Well, excuse me. This is what I have.
I
What if
take
it's
out
a trap?
my I unsheath my hilt and then just eldritch energy and then just start cutting through the vines.
B, wait!
What?
Show off.
Listen, I've seen this before. This is what minotaurs do. They try and trick you, try and get inside your head. Then they
Yeah,
take you to a
minotaurs-
labyrinth,
Mino-
and then you get confused and lost.
No,
You have to
that's when you're
follow a piece of
already
string.
in
Never been to a
maze.
labyrinth before.
Like that's when you're already in a maze. We're not in a maze. We're in a forest. No,
Technically, this forest is a maze.
it's not. It's a forest.
Okay, still refuse to admit I'm wrong, so I'm not going to say anything.
Everybody who just took out a pointy weapon to slash, please make an attack roll with said
Sure.
pointy weapon.
I mean, apparently I got pushed out of the way, so...
And you can
Um,
assert your dominance too.
This is true.
That's true.
Suppose, like,
That is a 16 plus 8. So what is that? 24.
Go ahead and roll some damage.
Mine was also a 24.
Roll
Beautiful.
some damage.
Okay.
And what?
7.
That will be 13.
Yeah. You both kind of reach in with your pointy swords and in a showy way slash at the vines. But it makes quick work of the vines, and this Highland cow minotaur lady just loops down to the ground.
Thank you.
No problem.
Of course. Can I ask how you came to be tangled up?
Well, I went for a walk, and I walked for a while, and then I sat down. Yeah. Because it was pretty outside, and I saw a bird, and boop! There I was.
Okay. Are you from here?
What do you mean here?
Here in this plane?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh. Okay. Do you know where the queen is?
Oh, I don't know who the queen is. I've never met her.
Okay. Oh.
I don't really care for royalty and monarchs, to be quite honest.
Well,
Fair.
that's fine.
fellow anarchists, to plot the regicide and downfall of the empire.
Mm.
What's regicide?
So I walked up to her, this new person, and I'm like, well, I'm Vic. How do you do?
Hello, Vic. I do fine, thank you.
And your name?
Kiva.
Eva. That's a nice name.
Thank you. My mother named me that.
My dad's named me.
Wow, that's wonderful.
This is Floof.
Hello.
Luke, the destroyer of worlds.
You're so small.
And I'm Beatrice.
Flailing.
Just Beatrice.
Are you
It's
It's like
serious?
actively painful to say this, but
stark contrast of the introduction portion of our stream today, and it's Beatrice. Just
Well,
That's
everybody's talking about regicide right now and how much they hate nobles. So now I'm
intelligent,
slightly fearing for my life.
intelligent.
Are,
in a
Kiva,
dark
Are-
forest with a bunch
Kiva.
of
your
people.
child? Are
Kiva,
you
make an
taking care of the child?
make an insight check real quick.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. That is a 17.
Yeah. So Beatrice introduces herself, and Beatrice, just Beatrice. Something about it strikes you as odd.
Why did you say your name like that? Is that not your real name?
It's my first name.
What's your second name?
I have a few names. This is Beatrice is fine.
Beatrice is fine. Why do you have so many names? You only need just one.
I like my names.
Are you scared that someone's gonna take your name and that's why you have so many?
I wasn't until you said that.
Can people do that?
Yeah.
They just take your names?
You've never had that happen to you? You've never lost your name and you have to go find it?
Yep. No one dares
Oh.
to steal Floof's name. No one.
Well, someone will if you're not careful.
I am
Would it
on
be
guard. I am spinning around in circles with a knife, pointing it at anything in the trees.
would it be like arcana or history or nature or something to like potentially like recall like maybe one of my dads is like, hey, never give a fairy your name.
Yeah. Maybe you can make a history check.
History.
Yeah, I think history. It's memory.
Okay. That is a -1. So I got a 15.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Good.
You might not be trained in history, but like your dad's taught you some valuable lessons in life, and it's important to remember the things that your dads tell you.
They're the smartest people I know.
Yeah, no, I mean he'd like they did definitely. Greg once mentioned to you offhandedly that like if you ever do find yourself in a conversation with the Fae, to be very careful of the promises that you make, um, because a friend of his definitely lost their name in a drinking bet ages
Oh,
ago.
fair. So yeah, I like hearing this conversation between Kiva and Beatrice. I look over at Beatrice and I'm like, you know what, B? Maybe it is a good thing you have so many names. That is a thing that can happen. It happened to one of my dad's friends.
What happened?
They lost their name.
Well, I need my names, so I'm not gonna let anybody take my names.
Well, I mean, I figure all the other ones are the important ones, and then your first one is just your first name.
I happen to like my first name, thank you.
It's a nice,
But
it's
yes,
a nice name.
my whole name is
Prefer
important.
my first name.
Yes.
You only have one. We gotta work on that. You need more names.
But I have a title.
What's your
This is true.
title?
Destroyer of World. And he holds up his little, like, it's like a toy wooden, like, short sword with a little name tag on the end that just says, like, Floof Destroyer of Worlds on it.
Why do you want to destroy the world?
I am the ultimate manifestation of evil. So I gotta.
You could do other evil things. You have options.
This is true. I like you. You should join us and become a minion. We offer dental.
Wait, really?
Did you...
Is
B,
it
you need
such
to
a-
read the contracts.
I never read anything.
I don't read.
I like you. You should join our party.
I'll come with you, yeah. You know, ever since I wandered here so long ago, I really haven't met anyone. I'll go with you.
Another minion added to the force.
So, why do you hate royalty?
I don't hate royalty, I just don't care for them.
Okay.
I just think they're people too, and we don't need to know the busies and day ins and day outs of them.
Okay.
Not a fan
We
of
should go now.
tabloid magazines.
I don't read, so no.
True, you know? Fair enough.
So, yeah, Kiva, you remember that you had taken a nice little sit to watch the birds, like enjoy yourself. Mostly because you had come up to this place where there were 3 pathways you could choose, and instead, it was nicer just to sit down and watch the birds.
It's too many choices.
Yeah, it's too many choices. Like, why not just sit down and smell the roses where you can? So you sat down, and that's kind of like how you became entangled. But it was kind of okay because everything's really pretty here. But the vines definitely came from the like left side path. Ray doesn't like left. She says fuck that. Yeah, the vines definitely came from like the more left side path because you sat down and then they just kind of like and you had a minute to sit there and look at them.
Everyone, don't go left. I just tell them that. No context. Don't go left.
Just look up at Floof.
Floof is just sitting there, like, just in Celestial. He's just like, left.
Why is the baby upset?
He chose left. And I told him that the right path is always right.
You gotta choose left because that's how they get you.
The baby.
Beatrice,
Yes.
make a. I don't know. I don't even know.
Make something.
Yeah.
Something.
I think it's an intelligence check. Just
Okay.
an intelligence check.
19.
You're looking at Kiva, and Kiva says, "Don't go left." And there's like you can't quite tell where the vines are coming from because they kind of just come out of the trees. So they come from up. But there's 3 pathways that you could choose in front of you. And you're not entirely sure whether Kiva means left from where she was sitting in the vines or left from you facing her.
Ooh, okay.
It might still be left. Left might still be the call.
Kiva,
Yeah.
could you point left for me?
Which way is
Make an intelligence check.
That's a 1. It's not natural, but I rolled a 3. My intelligence is -2.
Oh my god.
It's even better that it's not a natural one. It's a modified one.
Where's left?
I know.
I'm just, you hold out your hooves in front of you. And there's no real way to tell based on your hooves which way is left. So you're looking at them and you're looking at the pathways and you're really not sure.
Sometimes I just go down the path that I think is right in my heart, and that's just kind of how I go about in life.
Okay. Interesting. But you said don't go left, so could
Yes.
you point where you tried to go?
I point to where the vines came out.
The vines. We'll make a. I think wisdom is memory. No, intelligence is memory. You roll a d20.
Okay.
I have to make this kind of difficult because you have a.
Oh yeah. I rolled a no modifiers.
Yeah, no modifiers, just a
Okay,
d20.
a 9.
Okay. You're looking at where you were. You're looking at where you came from, which is really weird because where you came from literally does not exist anymore. Very confusing. Very confusing for you.
That's it.
And kind of like looking to see where the vines came from, trying to remember which way they snagged you from. And it was left from where you were sitting. You still don't know which way is left right now. You just know that it was left and left from where you were sitting.
Okay. Can I kind of like aimlessly meander to where I think I was sitting?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So, do we need to do a roll for that?
You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
I can do that. I can do that. That is a 17.
Okay, yeah, no, like, so the vines, you're going to sit down where you sat down, and you guys watch Kiva kind of just walk in a direction. She looks kind of like in thought, but like a little dazed kind of in thought. And these vines reach out from kind of like where she was facing you, the left from her end. And some vines kind of reach out from the sky, almost. They're coming from trees, but like from the sky almost. And then they reach out to her, and she kind of just like is meandering in a way that they don't reach her. Like they're just 5 seconds behind where she's going, but you can see them like reaching out towards her.
Whatever was left of here.
Cool. Could you come back? Like, quickly?
Oh, all right. I saw a bird over here.
Birds are nice.
Yeah, it was over here. I'll come
Okay.
back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Can I do anything to make sure that they stay away from her as she's coming back?
Counterpoint. Can I recklessly fly in that direction because there's a bird over there?
Oh my god.
I said I saw a bird over here. You don't know when I saw a bird.
You can
But I might
recklessly fly
find
in
it.
that direction. I will
Oh my
need
God.
you to also make a dexterity saving throw. Beatrice, I'll say that. Just go ahead and make a dexterity check for me.
Okay.
Rolled a 21.
Oh, that's a nat 1 for a 4.
Yeah, it's kind of like trying to swing at the vines, but like really not doing too much. Floof,
Yep.
you flit off down the left path up into the sky area, or down the right path from where you are. And there's these vines that are coming out towards you, and you're just kind of like darting out of their way. You're too quick. You're too fast. Too fast. And you
I'm
don't see
too
any
powerful.
birds.
What? I've been lied to. Betrayed by my own minion.
Do I hear you say that?
What's your passive perception? Eva?
Not great. It is a 13.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can hear it.
I didn't lie to you. No, I really did see a bird here. She has these like big, dopey cow eyes that get really sad.
Oh no.
The little ears go down. Like,
Oh, I
Don't
She's just
make
like
her
standing
sad!
there, like
I
just
didn't
standing there like in
No.
an A pose with like just like the really big owl eyes, just like
just gonna like awkward
maybe
This
so.
is like
pat
a
her
cute
shoulder.
off. This is like a
Right.
cute
Okay.
off. I need both of you just roll me like charisma checks.
Okay.
Can I roll intimidation at disadvantage?
You can roll. Okay, you can roll performance, general charisma, or intimidation.
They're all the same.
I
Amazing.
got a 17.
Ooh.
I also got a 17.
Oh my god. So
Finally, a worthy opponent.
you guys know you're looking, okay, and Floof has kind of flitted back into this direction, you know, big, wide owl eyes, fluffy face. Kiva is like so heartbroken that anybody would say that she lied. That her little cow eyes are just so big and her ears droop and she just looks so fluffy and cute. And Beatrice and Vic, you're just kind of caught for a second because you thought that Floof was the cutest destroyer ever. But now there's Kiva, and they're both kind of like
Battle
super
will be legendary.
fucking adorable right now.
Oh no, we're in trouble.
I kind of lean over to B and whisper in the ear. Can a group have two mascots?
I didn't think so, but I guess we do. They're too
I-
cute.
I feel like one of them is gonna eat the other. My money's on Kiva.
My money's on Floof, actually.
I'm gonna write that down somewhere real quick. Just write that down.
For our PvP battle to the death.
Yeah, PvP next time. Let me tell you, if we get 10 new subscribers by the end of the month, you can have a PvP battle to the death.
Kiva refuses to fight on principle, so Floof would easily win.
I didn't say it was necessarily you, and that it would necessarily be fighting. Just It is a fight to the death.
I think you
Right.
could kill me just by accident. I'ma be real.
So, okay. Alright, yes. No, very cute. You probably spent like a solid 20 minutes here debating which way to go, talking to each other, staring at
Yeah.
the big cow eyes and the big owl eyes. Kind of forget what you're doing for a second. And then you remember you have a purpose. There is something you're supposed to be doing.
Right. Yeah, not left. Not left.
Not left.
That's
Not left.
that's all I remember, honestly.
Bad things happen.
Even though it
And,
was her left at the time, so it's actually the right path that is bad.
Yes.
but it's branched into 3, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if it was her left at the time, which is the rightmost path, then center.
You have then wait. No, okay.
It's also not smart though.
The rightmost path is the one to not go down. So you still have
Right,
2 pathways that you technically could go down.
right. And
The
so
center and the left path from where you're looking right now.
Right, exactly. And so like the words still ring in my head, not left. And so it's like with my back turned to the paths, it's not the left one, which is the right. And then I turn around and it's like, okay, well, not the left path. And so I go to the middle.
This is everything I wanted. This is everything I wanted.
I'm gonna hear the positive intelligence modifier.
Can
I have
I
a +3.
Can you
can I look to see if there's any more fluffy white rabbits to follow?
make a perception check? At disadvantage.
Mm.
There's a pretty fluffy cow with beautiful eyes.
Also a small owl plushie looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They're so cute.
Merch.
Hey,
Merch!
a 19. I'm not too gay to function yet.
No! Dang it! I'm gonna take you down with the gay agenda.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Eventually. I mean, it kind of happened in Monster Hearts, but it's okay. So, you're looking down the pathways. You draw your gaze away from beautiful cow eyes and beautiful floofy owl that is so tiny and so small and so tough. And you do notice that kind of down the left path from where you're looking, a white fluff going by. It could be a rabbit. It could not be.
Right, I'm gonna grab the back of Vig's shirt and say, we need to go this way. And then just start walking that way.
Make a strength check.
Alright.
This is gonna be so bad. 6.
You are like rooted in place by Vic.
Come here.
You're just yanking. Come on!
Sure, I guess. And I just kind of like sidestep.
That's a solid, like, it's a way slower than you wanted. You, like, wanted to just start going down that path before you lost the view of, like, the white fluff. And it just, you're, like, tugging, and Vic's like, I mean,
No.
Okay. Meanders that direction.
Oh my god, let's go.
Floof was like still looking at Kiva's eyes, just like, I will concede this as a draw this time. Your powers are extraordinary. And then I will flutter over to the sideline on Vicky.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I wouldn't worry about it, Kiva.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
I like how Kiva was just like, okay. Yeah. So you go down the pathway, and it's another few minutes before the pathway diverges again.
No. We're trapped in horse plinko.
And I would like everybody to go ahead and just make a wisdom check for me.
Oh god, not again.
And do.
I'm so wise.
That is a
9.
11.
Oh, thank god.
4!
There are 5 pathways to go down,
No!
including the one you came from.
Motherfucker.
But none of you can remember which one you came from.
I hate this place.
I sit down and I just kind of look at the trees. Like, it's too many choices. It's too many.
It's too many.
It's too many choices.
Interesting.
Okay,
I
if
agree,
we all
Robert.
look
We
for
do
a
go left.
yes. If we all look for a rabbit, I think that's how we get out of here.
This would be the
Good
first
idea.
time.
We can secure food.
This would be the first
No,
time
we can't
Beatrice
kill
has
it.
mentioned a rabbit, by the way.
So sorry, there's a bug in here.
It's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit.
No. Let's look for a white fluffy rabbit.
Look for a rabbit.
Look for a rabbit.
I got a 10 on a
It's white.
perception check.
Why?
I got a lot.
Hey, 26.
29.
Is this a
Nice.
perception
Holy
check?
crap.
This is a perception check.
It's a nat 20, baby.
Nice.
17.
Hey, that's pretty good. So you see down each of the paths, Beatrice, you see again like a fluffy thing that could be a white rabbit.
Okay.
Going down the first path. I'm gonna say they're like we'll number them 5. You're in the middle. So going down path number 1, there's
The
like a
leftmost
white
path.
fluffy thing. The leftmost path. Maybe a behind you path, I don't know. Kiva. In the front of you, what would be path number 3? There's like a rock, and it's got a pretty cute little white fluffy bunny painted on it. And then, Sean, what did you roll again? Natural
29. Yeah.
So, to your right, actually, which would be path
Oh!
number 4, you also see like some of these flowers growing out of the vines look like they make up white bunnies. And then Vic, what did you roll?
A 10.
You're looking around and you're like, not that way. And you point up.
Yes, Thank you, Vic.
I mean, one of us can go that way, not that way.
True.
Okay, I'm sorry. Which paths did we see things?
1,
3,
3, and 4, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just giving me the vibes from Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Right?
You're lost in this maze forever.
You never.
Jesus,
Good God. Okay.
why isn't the rabbit moving?
I
It's instilled with fear.
okay. I think
Or it's a flower.
I think we should go this way, and I'm gonna point to where I saw it move.
What does this conversation look like? Like, Beatrice just points in a direction and says, I think we should go this way.
There's
do the rest
rabbits
of you
this
think?
way.
But I saw one
I
go
mean-
this way.
But they're plant. They're rabbit plant. And
Rabbit.
they're white. Rabbit.
Why isn't the rabbit moving on my path?
I
I rolled a 2. Everyone knows that rabbits come from plants.
I don't think that's true, Floof.
It's common knowledge.
I've
Can
never
I-
seen a rabbit come from a plant before.
I haven't either.
They come from the ground, which, like plants,
Exactly.
I don't
No,
think
they
that's
come
true
from
either.
older rabbits.
And where do those rabbits come from?
They split in half every time during mating season.
I don't think any of this is true. um okay. Can I look at the plants and try to see what kind of plant that is?
Rabbit plant. Told you.
Sure. I will say that you all, as soon as attention's drawn to it, you can kind of see the rabbits that other people are pointing out. Except weirdly, Beatrice's isn't there anymore. And so go ahead and roll like a nature check, I guess, Beatrice.
Okay.
And while you're doing that,
That's a
friends.
6.
Lovely. I got it.
And
really
fun.
for fun
You
to
guys,
help everyone out.
you're doing so good today, guys. I love you so much. You're so pretty. Guys, in chat, our code word today for our giveaway is Tempest. So if you would like to win a copy, which everybody should, to win a copy of Matt Best's The Court of Seasons and actually see where like this all originates from and play it with your own group, go ahead and enter exclamation point TEMPUS in chat now. And you will have
If
until
you
the
win, please
end of the
tell us
stream.
which path to take.
If you win, please give us a, give them a sign. But I don't know if you will know exactly what's going on.
Why isn't my rabbit moving?
So, enter
Because
into
over there
chat before
having-
the stream ends. Got until the stream ends. So if you've got anybody else that wants to pop in and maybe enter in this chat, or if you want to give it as a gift, go ahead and enter exclamation point TEMPUS.
It is actually super cool. It's a really cool book.
Sean won last time, so
Yeah.
yeah. It's got to be not one of my members who's playing right now, because I literally had to change today a little bit because he won last time. Curses. Okay. Back into it. You rolled a 6. So you look at the pathways. You see the plants. They do look like bunnies. They could literally like just jump off of these plants and be full-fledged bunnies.
I'm telling you, this is where bunnies come from.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I still think we should go this way, and I point in the other direction.
There's not even anything there.
Wait, let me look at Kiva's and see what she's talking about and hope that that's not a dead rabbit.
The rabbit's not moving.
I will politely allow you to roll another nature check.
Thank you.
Like,
It's a 9.
I want to roll a nature check.
Go ahead. I think you deserve it.
I want to roll something for fun that I'm good at. Oh no, I'm not good at it.
What did you get?
It's better
That's
than
12.
mine.
I'm really good at surviving though. I'm like phenomenal at that, and athletics for some reason.
Amazing.
I'm terrible at it.
There's definitely a bunny on that rock. Beatrice, you can't really tell if it's like a real bunny that's like on a rock or if it's just painted on a rock or what. But Kiva, you can definitely tell that the bunny is not moving. And it doesn't seem like it's a fluffy, bouncy creature to you. It seems just too static.
You take its fur and it's not moving.
So, being the only one that didn't see a bunny, a question has been milling in my head while everybody's like, no, it's this path because I see bunny flowers, or this path because there's apparently a dead bunny, and this path because a rabbit ran away. And I'm like, guys, why are we following a rabbit?
Because I read this in a book one time, okay?
You've never followed a rabbit before?
I mean, for lunch.
No, for lunch for fun.
No.
I mean-
can't say that I have.
I mean, I feel like they would know where to go. Also, I hate this place. And I want to get out. And I've been following the rabbits and it found Kiva for us, so it must be the right way, right?
I mean, wasn't Kiva stuck in a trap? Or like a bunch of vines?
Well, yeah, but then we saved her, so.
But what if the rabbits are leading us to yet more vines? Those rabbits are literally on vines.
Well, the rabbit I was following was running away.
Maybe from us. And we're just harassing a rabbit.
I don't think we're harassing the rabbit. Just following it.
Can I see
Kiva,
a rabbit?
you're a powerful being. What do you want to do?
I want to see your rabbit flowers.
I
They
want
are
to
this
smell
way.
them. I want to smell them. I want to sniff and see what these rabbit flowers are about.
I'm gonna land on Kiva's head and
Oh, that tickles.
give her a help action if needed.
Okay.
If only I were smarter.
So,
Okay, quick question. Is Floof actually the highest intelligence character here?
I have a 14.
Maybe.
Oh boy.
I have a 6.
I'm at a 9.
I have a 16.
Yeah.
Floop disappeared.
No,
I think you killed him.
please.
You killed Sean.
No!
The smartest person in this group. No cap. So Kiva, you walk a little ways down the path. Are you being careful at all? You just walk.
I just want to smell the flowers Floof found. Because
Okay.
I've never seen any flowers like them before. And that's going to inform whether or not I'm careful, depending on how they smell.
Okay. So you walk forwards to smell the flowers. They're a little ways down the path.
Mhm.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And she have advantage because I'm helping.
How are you helping? If you can tell me how you're helping, paint me a picture.
Well, as the watchful mastermind taking care of his dutiful minion, Floof has perched himself atop her head and is keeping a sharp lookout, specifically because she's really tall compared to him, and now he
yeah.
can see a lot more stuff.
So make a perception check.
I can't read. 18.
Okay.
Wait,
Yes.
no, that's a 6. 15.
Oh, yeah. No. Yes, Kiva, you can roll with advantage.
Okay.
Did it.
Now I'm gonna use my cornflower dice.
Oh,
Nice.
pretty.
Oh,
Ooh, 15.
Nice.
let's go.
So you walk down this pathway to go smell this flower, and Floof, you notice that there's some pollen that just kind of escapes from these flowers. You know, it looks like flower dust, but maybe be careful. So, you let Kiva know that she needs to be careful. However, Kiva still walked a little ways in, so I'm gonna have you take. Here, let me roll some dice real quick.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh god.
7 points of damage.
Alright.
As
Do I also take damage?
you can make your own dexterity check. Also at advantage, I think. But you kind of like are breathing, and you breathe in some of this pollen dust, and it's very sharp and spiky, and it hurts.
So the first roll was a 1. The second roll was also a 1. So we got a 4.
Yeah, you're gonna take 14 points of damage
Oh lord.
I'm
for breathing in
unconscious.
pollen. Why are you me in the middle of spring?
So yeah, you walk forward, and then there's an unconscious little plushy toy falls off with your head in front of
I
you.
hold him, and I catch him, and I hold him like the baby that he is. And I turn around, and I'm carrying
I
him
forgot
out
I
like
was
a
still
little
hurt
baby.
from before.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm holding him, and I go, "Oh, don't worry, I have something that could fix him." And I'm gonna take out my good berry.
Ooh.
That's
Oh.
good berry. So up to 10 berries. And I slowly kind of shove them in his beak, and I force him to chew the 10 good berries that I produce.
Oh my god.
One at a
Shit.
time. Until he's back up.
Oh yeah. Say like you're shoving berries down an owl's throat, and suddenly Floof shakes back to consciousness with like fluffed out feathers, like complete fluff ball, completely just like wakes up, hacks.
I'll kill it.
Alpha it!
Yeah.
Beatrice?
This is great. From my perspective, there is
Vic?
now just a kindly Minotaur cow person feeding me really crazy grapes.
Yeah, they're really weird
Yes.
grapes.
I am being treated like I deserve.
You kind of
And
never
so
want
I
to move.
just gesture over at them, and I'm like, so why are we following rabbits? That seems to be a bad thing.
No, see, that wasn't a rabbit. That was weird plants that you should not be smelling. As she's feeding Floof the berries, I'm also just gonna set the flower in her hand, so she just gives him that too. The plant that we picked up with the HP.
Floof, you're
Wait.
full health. Full hit points.
Thank God.
Bouncing you like a baby. I'm like, this is the most delightful thing to do right now.
This is acceptable.
Okay. So I think the rabbit that we have to follow, the path that we have to follow was the rabbit that's running around, and that was the first path. So I think we should go that way. It hasn't led us astray yet.
All right.
Mhm.
I trust you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Beatrice, go ahead and just make a nature check or a survival check.
Okay. Let's try this nature thing again. That's another 9.
You're gonna get there eventually. Eventually,
Yeah.
you'll learn what a tree is, and you're gonna be like,
So,
"Whoa!"
Listen, my first nature check, I did great. I don't know what's happening.
So,
It's the roll of the dice, baby.
exactly. So, like, you're going through this pathway thing that's happening, and you're gathering that it's a maze of some kind. For sure, because you can't see what's behind you, and you keep getting confused about which direction to go. And then, I mean, there's definitely a white rabbit who's kind of darting in and out of bushes, and you're gathering you should follow him. But sometimes it's a little hard to tell which one is him. So it takes you a solid, I'm gonna say, 40 minutes, 45 minutes maybe, to make your way further along through this maze. And I will say, if everybody could roll a d6 for me.
6 for sure.
4.
5.
6.
Someone say a color.
Red.
Blue.
Blue.
I heard 2 blues and a red, so we'll just do the sparkly blue and red one.
There you go.
1.
Okay, so this d6 is how much damage you've taken as you walked through the maze and tried to figure out which way to go.
Goddamn.
That's just my temp HP.
I'm not actually unconscious. Don't worry.
You only rolled a 1. Shut up. You're fine.
No, I know.
Unconscious again somehow from full health.
What is happening?
Lethal damage.
No. Okay. So this is
The reason he takes no damage, I do not let him out of my arms as we walk.
There you go. The only
That's
damage he takes is just like sideways damage from whatever's
A
happening
stick,
to you.
like,
Yeah, like a stick falls.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit you.
Ow. Cramps in my legs. What is happening?
these conditions are still acceptable.
Gotta eat bananas.
I know I really do need to eat some bananas. Sorry, I'm gonna scoot back here. You make it through the maze, and at the end of it, there's a little hut with some greenery and a very attractive archfey who is chilling on a rock, sipping what looks like a Mai Tai, maybe. And kind of leaning back, and she's got beautiful blonde hair with these green streaks, these pink and green streaks throughout it. It's kind of long, and she's in a fitted, like, green suit of sorts. Not with like a jacket or anything, but there's a vest there, and there's like a little tie. There's kind of a rakish tilt to the way that she's got her clothing tucked in. And she's got her feet propped up on a chair beside her, and she says, "It took you a while."
Who is this
Yes.
person?
Well, we had some difficulties.
Floof is
I
like
can
asleep.
tell.
Yes. You must be the queen.
Hi. Well, while I enjoy that title, just a lady, the Lady of Spring.
And I'm very pleased to meet you, my lady. And I'm going to give a curtsy.
Kind of like puts her little hand to her chest and just kind of like, thank you. So, here's my question. Did you guys have fun? I spent a lot of time on that maze.
Wait, that was a maze?
Yes. It
Was
was.
So we did
Fun.
find a minotaur in a maze?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how she got there. But
like just in between like really tiny little owl snores, like you just hear from Floof like, "I told you."
definitely a maze.
I look at her and I go, I don't know how I got here either. I was just taking a long walk and I ended up in some vines.
You know, that's the best way to live life. You just take a long walk and you see where it leads you.
Exactly. You follow the rabbits just to see where the rabbits will take you.
Exactly. Thank you. You're, I mean, you and Beatrice here, been music, eh? I was paying attention. You seem to have gotten kind of the message here. Just follow
Thank
the
you.
rabbits. Sometimes you just gotta look and see where life takes you.
Well, I kind of like where they took me.
Good.
They take us
Brought
to
me to you.
snack.
She waves a hand, and Mai Tais also appear in all of your hands. Come and have a seat. There's no wrap.
Do I get like a full size Mai Tai or is it like a really tiny Mai Tai?
It's a full-size Mai Tai.
Let's
You're
go.
holding it. It's the size of
like
your
a
head.
fishbowl. It's like a
That's
fishbowl.
the whole
Yeah.
wing.
Dunk my head in it.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, you made it here. Bravo. I'm waiting.
Yep.
I mean,
I
there's...
take a seat
Um.
and yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
We
when she-
were sent here by the steward of the courts. We need your help.
What could you need my help with? I mean, honestly, the others kind of have everything under control usually. Why did you come to me?
Well, everything is not under control anymore.
Just the way I like it.
Fair. But we do need help getting that back under control. I think we need everybody. And we came to you for to ask.
I appreciate you coming to me. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm kind of having a lot of fun where I am.
I mean that's fair. You're presiding over your kingdom. But things have gotten a bit bad. And we could really use your help. And then you can leave again.
Do you know how difficult it is existing with them?
I can't say I do. I
But
haven't
I
met
also
them yet.
feel we're gonna find out soon.
What if we best you in a challenge.
Mm.
Will you go back to help fix a thing if we can best you in a challenge?
Roll a persuasion check.
Right.
Add the
I
word
am
please
mildly.
after. Add the word please. I whisper.
Please.
I'll let you roll at advantage because I
Oh,
mean
thank
Beatrice has
God.
been No. Thanks, Space Daddy. I
Yep.
know I'm
Thanks,
not Space
Space
Daddy in this one, but I kind of want to keep the title.
Faye Daddy.
Say please.
Paid. 18.
She sits up in her chair and sips her Mai Tai. What kind of challenge are you thinking? We do love a challenge.
Challenge of trickery.
I think you're all
Ooh.
very familiar with the level of trickery that I can play on people. So what did you have in mind? I'm interested.
I want you to close your eyes, and then we're all going to say a word, and you have to guess which of us is standing where.
Roll another persuasion check.
18 again.
Oh my god.
Sure, why not? But let's make it more interesting. She
Oh.
waves her hands, and you appear in the middle of the maze again. And she sits on a stump.
No.
She sits on a stump. You can't see each other this time. Makes it weird,
Hello.
right? And she sits on a stump. You can all see her, weirdly. Sips her Mai Tai, puts a hand over her eyes. Give you 10 seconds. Go.
I chug my Mai Tai, and I like we have enough time to like get to her if we want.
You could get
are-
to her.
Like we're within like proximity essentially. I'm gonna try something.
You have to best her in this trickery.
I know.
I have a plan.
I have a
Um,
plan too. I think.
love it.
it's probably not gonna work, but I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from her.
Okay.
My DC
Just
is
as a reminder for chat, go ahead and enter in that like exclamation point Tempest to win
Yes.
a copy of this adventure.
And make sure not to put it in more than once.
Yes, don't enter it more than once.
Yes.
Okay. What was your DC?
It's not super great, but 15?
She fails it. What are you doing?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna stand right behind her and use my my spell from my dragon mark, which is blind spot.
Okay. Please describe for
Um,
me what this
blind
looks like.
spot. So essentially, I move the blindfold. Like my eye is intact and everything like that, but I have a mark over my eye. It glows, and then two little hex symbols appear like over her hand where her eyes would be. And what it does is I erase my image from the mind of one creature I can see within 30 feet of me. The target must succeed on a saving throw, or I'm invisible to them until the end of my next turn.
So you literally just erase yourself from somebody's brain.
Yes.
Got
And
it.
I'm just gonna stand right there next to them.
Okay.
So when
Flip?
he does that,
You can't see him, remember?
oh, true. Well, then I'll just do the plan I was going to do originally anyway, which is basically the same thing. Because Floof, I challenged her to correctly identify which of us was which with her eyes closed.
Yep.
So I am going to, in a perfect imitation of V's voice, say, "Ha! You'll never guess which one I am." And then the sound of like a sword like swishing around and then being sheathed.
Okay.
Because I have Master of Intrigue, which allows me to perfectly mimic the speech pattern and accent of a creature that I've heard speak for at least 1 minute.
Alright. Beatrice, do you have a plan?
Yep. I am going to. Wait a sec.
The confused.
Oh,
shit
this
of
is
this
the.
person.
Oh, that's the wrong. That's. Shoot. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hide behind a tree. And I am going to. I don't want to hurt her. Shoot.
I don't want her to hurt us.
I mean, yeah, but I feel I don't want to.
You're not there.
I know.
I don't want to. I don't want to make her angry. Okay, I'm gonna hide behind a tree.
Okay.
And I'm going to change my accent to like a random accent that I've heard in the court.
Okay.
And I can't do that for real because I'm not an accent person, but I'm gonna do that as Beatrice. And I'm gonna say, you'll never guess who I am.
Okay. So you can make a performance check. And I will say, if you can do your best at any kind of accent, I will give you advantage.
Yeah, I believe in you.
You can do it.
And I believe in you.
You'll never guess who I am. Don't ask me what accent that was. I don't know.
I don't know, but I love it. Yeah, go ahead. Roll for touch.
Cool.
Some say I'm a kind DM.
23.
I just am an
Jesus
asshole. 23? Okay. Noted. Kiva.
Okay.
Embarrassing.
This is stressful. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is, because her hands are over her eyes, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I have the ability to do magical darkness, but I don't know if I want to use it. Here's what I'm gonna do. Just to kind of like screw with her a little bit, I'm gonna say in Sylvan, with like, because different languages have different accents. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say, because I know Sylvan, specifically in Sylvan, please try to guess who I am. But I'm gonna cast Gust while I do at her, but you know how when you talk, a little bit of air escapes from your mouth and you can feel it against your hand? That's essentially when it is give the illusion that I'm just right next to her.
Okay. Roll a performance check.
Okay.
And again, I will say, if you can come up with an accent for what Sylvan sounds like,
okay,
I'll give you advantage.
I think Sylvan is like French, so I think it would be like, qu'est-ce que c'est? What do you think? Who do you think I am?
I love it.
Yeah. Let's see. What would that be in French? I should know that.
These
Ooh,
will
maybe that was
definitely not be clips on TikTok later. What are you talking about?
That is an 18.
I love
Oh,
it.
Oh.
I will be going into hiding forever.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Until next week.
Bonjour, qu'est-ce que c'est? Comment ça va?
Comment ça va? Qu'est-ce que
Ça va
c'est?
bien.
Bonsoir.
French.
Orange. Okay, so I rolled a d20. She rolled very poorly. So she is counting. She's got her hands over her eyes. She's very, very honest. She's going 8, 9, 10. Okay. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. If I had to make a guess, I would say the cow is over there. She points to where Danny is because the accent that Danny mimicked sounded kind of like the accent that Kiva has.
We're gonna pretend that's true.
That's a perfect Scottish accent, Danny. It was perfect.
It was beautiful. And then she's just kind of stopped there thinking for a second. All right. Wow. Good job, guys. She waves a hand, and you're back at her hut. Brand new Mai Tais in your hands. They refilled. Who are you again? She points at Vic. Because... Well, she can't point at Vic because Vic's invisible. So...
Yeah, I am literally imperceptible to her for another couple seconds.
Points at Floof. It's like, who are you being? Because it sounds familiar. But I just can't.
Can I see Vic?
You can see Vic.
I'm just gonna look at Vic and just be like, what?
I walk out from behind her with my arm on her shoulder before my end turns because it's still imperceptible. And I'm like, that would be me as I fade back into her mind.
So, you've got your arm on her shoulder?
Yeah, like on this shoulder, like this arm on this shoulder, just like peeking around.
I can't believe Vic died by getting judo flipped into another dimension by
Yeah.
a fae.
100%.
Honestly. Yeah.
Close.
Give me 1 second here. What was your AC again? Because I rolled like an 18.
That would be 16, but I can shield. Or actually,
What's-
yeah, I can shield. But I won't.
Sweet warlocks.
Fair. So you get like, she starts, and then in an interesting display of power, there's definitely a little whimsical energy around it. Vic's body just goes flying into the side of the wall. Don't
Amazing.
ever sneak up on a lady.
To be fair, I tricked you.
You did, and you can. And I definitely... I have to concede some respect for you guys. I will come back. I'll take up my part of the bargain. You'll have to get the others on board, and I don't know how you're gonna do that. Because they bicker like nobody's business. But I'll come back.
Thank you, my lady. And I am going to reach out my hand for her to take.
She takes it.
And then I'm gonna give it a kiss.
No, that's so cute. Roll a charisma check for me. That's advantage.
Okay.
Because you are polite.
Please.
You are polite. You do not just appear on her shoulder.
Okay, I got a 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
She smiles at you. Maybe I'll talk to you later.
I hope so.
And I will say at this point it's very easy for everybody to make their way back to the temple, because just with a flick of Lady Bear's wrist, you appear back in this temple. Vic is
Still laying on the
stuck in the
ground.
maze for a little bit. There's like a 5-minute delay. So you guys appear, sans Vic, and Tempest gives a cry of joy and he raises his hands. He's like, "Lady Bear, you're back! Good show, good show. However, did they manage to bring you back?" And Lady Bear is just like, "Well, I appreciate a solid adventuring group." And Tempest kind of claps you all on the back. Like, "Good show. I have every faith in you guys."
Floof just gets like knocked face
Yeah.
down into the ground.
Face down.
Baby.
Kiva is very confused. You have no idea what this guy's talking about.
I weigh 12 pounds.
When Floof gets knocked to the floor, I'm like, no, are you okay?
Let it be known that on this day, Floof has bested a god, and is now ready for another nap.
That's fair.
Relatable.
About 5 minutes later, Vic appears, tangled in some vines on the floor, looking up at you guys.
Oh, there you are.
I'm gonna roll a persuasion check.
For what? Can you tell me?
To make everybody believe that I am choosing not to get up, not because probably many things are broken.
That would be actually a deception check.
Deception.
And
I can do that as well.
Can you kind of like tell me what that looks like?
I'm just laying there with my eyes kind of closed, but like open enough to see things through my eyelashes, and just try to have the most stoic face as I possibly can, and just be like, yeah, I didn't know that the forest ground was so comfy, so I chose not to get up.
I do that sometimes too. I believe that's 100%.
Can I insight that?
Yes, you can. And then also, what was your deception roll?
My total is 23.
Ooh.
It helps because I believe the lie.
It helps. It helps.
All right, that's
Floof implicitly trusts his loyal minion, who would never lie to Floof.
I will give you advantage, Beatrice, purely because you've traveled with Vic for a while, and you are already
Yes.
a little suspicious.
Yep.
That is a 19.
Oh.
I rolled a
Yeah, so
Again.
Seems legit.
he, you know, the ground is comfy sometimes if it's a good particular ground. You don't quite understand it because you would never lay on the ground, at least not without a blanket. And you also, you know that Bear left him for a hot second. So there's like a little, kind of an inkling of unsurety, but you nod, you smile. Sure. And I will say,
Stay focused.
as Tempest gives you your bronze key to go to the next demiplane, that's where we will end our adventure. Thank you all for joining us, and
Thank you, Raz.
thank you guys for coming along with me on all of my little terribly explained adventures. Thank you, Matt, so much for letting me play this game and having my fun with it. And yeah, we'll see you
Everyone
next
say
time.
thank you, Raz. Everyone in the chat, hearts for Raz.
Oh my god, don't do
Yes.
that, because
Hearts out for Raz.
Yes.
I'm a shit
Thank
a
you
brick.
for running.
Raz is bringing so much.
I'm a shit a whole brick, guys. No.
Ah!
Raz, you're amazing. We love you so much.
Thank you
You're the
so
best.
much,
We
Raz.
love you.
You did incredible.
You're amazing.
You
Shut
always
the
have
fuck
enough
up. Y'all are great.
Never. I will not be silenced.
Go
You're the
away.
best DM. We love you.
We do love
Anyway, if you still would like to enter the contest, the rest of our 8 viewers that are not me. Thank you, Robert. I
Yup,
appreciate
nice.
it. Thank you so
Amazing.
much. For the rest, everybody else, please join the contest except for Sean because he already won. And
Yup.
do exclamation point Tempest, because I mean,
Like
why
it
not
again.
enter and win a great adventure to send your guys on? I'm gonna go ahead and throw up and I'm not gonna throw up. That's a bad idea on screen. But I am
Look at
gonna.
you,
I'm gonna.
Billy.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw our intro video up for a minute. Let y'all, get situated. Enter in if you would like to, and we'll see you next time.
Yay.
I'll be right back.
Bye.
Goodbye. thing.
Yeah, you
Floof
guys.
is an agent of chaos.
You guys just, I don't know. You spun in so many circles.
Yeah.
It was great though. Hey, as everybody should know at this point, Danny won.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Please run the whole adventure. I tried so hard not to read into depth all of it. If you run it, please let me know, either of you, so I can actually play in it. Because
Maybe.
I would totally play in it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So fun. And thank you to those who did purchase just from the store Matt's adventure, because that's awesome, and we really appreciate your support. And I'm sure he appreciates your support. And that's about it. Thank you.
Go give Matt money. He's the best and he deserves it.
Yes. No, yes. Thank you so much, Matt, for letting us run this. And thank you.
Thank you.
Just thank you for being awesome.
Thank you.
Ah, yes,
Thank
Robert.
you.
Let me know. Let me know when you run it, because I will
Nice.
totally play in it. Thank you. Bye. See you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Matt.